Greetings, fellow Ice Sheet warriors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the first Wendigo, episode 130, Queen Bearial. Alright, here's the War Queen with 2 burners. Man, that is such a pathetic raid. It's actually relatively hilarious. Banish his tattered apparel. Took. Okay, copy that. Also, shock lance. Should not have a shock lance on Banish. That's a bad oversight. I'll fix that immediately. In fact, Banish, you're going to be set to no clothing. Okay, here comes the bears. I walled myself up, so all the bears are going to be heading to the War Queen now. What's your coma timer? I should probably give you go juice. I mean, I have 24 days, but still. Oh, I could have been watching the fight, so here it is if you're wondering. Fire is really strong against animals until the animals close the gap and stop the mechs from being able to use fire. So now that the War Queen and the 2 Infernos are locked up in melee combat, they're basically defenseless. Those burners are gone. And I'll attempt to summon another War Queen, I guess. Provided those bears stick around long enough. Because I only got 1. I wouldn't mind more than that. Wendy, where are you going with that? No. Stop it. We're not going to get the steel if you keep earmarking the steel for other tasks. You know that, right? There you go. Alright, so the Queen's dead. There's only 1 dead bear. There's a lot of bleeding bears, but it really depends on how much they bleed out. But there's my power focus ship. And then let's summon the bears over to this door so that they congregate in the center of the map again. Makes it a little bit easier for me. Awful animals. Rock on. That is one that I wanted. That is a really important one that I wanted, because I didn't even have poor animals. So thank you, Evie, for giving up something useful. I mean, maybe not what I wanted most, but hey, that's still pretty good. So yeah, they managed to kill 0 bears, but 2 are on fire and down, so I'm assuming they're going to die as well. Do I have the possibility to make amino enhancers to ease up the xenogerm costs? I could. I won't, but I could. The only ones that have immuno enhancers is the doctor. I'm not really worried about immunity gain speed for most of the Wendigos, because the medical tendon quality that they receive is high enough that it's moot. It doesn't really matter, because no one's going to die from sicknesses. Not in any normal situations, at least. Alright, so the bears are going to start moving towards that door again, now that it's a valid path to get into the base. There's going to be a lot of blood everywhere. Cooldown timer is 1.6 days on the War Queen threat, so if I can call another one in, I will. And it looks like, Banish, you're no longer in a coma, so time to go into the casket. Also, you had dropped your shock lance, which is good, because if I want to capture some Neanderthal, can't have you running around with that. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Something else that I'm going to need to do pretty soon is a gift bag to my allies, especially Glitterworld Empire. So maybe I'll put one of those together now. I can add all the eggs to the transport pod, and then the ones that we can't travel to due to the forbidden door just won't load. God, corpses should be at the bottom of this list. That is absurd. Very nice gift bag, I think. Did I have poor animals? Oh yeah, I had poor animals. So awful animals is just one more metabolism to account for. Still, nice to have. Good point. Oh, is this... Yeah, good call. This was not forbidden. I normally keep that forbidden, but not this time around. T saying, still working on that rifle. We're about to have an answer as to whether it's legendary or not. Hopefully I get lucky. It was legendary. Congrats those that thought it would be. Two-thirds of you thought. With the new farm and a half, is it time to start up more vats? Maybe. Probably only if the additional vats, the additional eggs are useful, so to speak. But we're still not ahead on rice. I have 17 rice. So I probably want to wait until I'm not on the borderline of starvation, I'd say. And we're just not out of the woods for that yet. Hey, Glitch, thank you for the bits. Well, that's... There's definitely enough bears that can call in another war queen. But that's a lot of blood. It's also a lot of idle colonists. I could go poking around for some additional subterranean steel. Or, just... Nope, that's not in the base. Let me check if there's any resources in the base to be exploited. So there's the steel here and steel there. Unfortunately for me, I don't actually even have the steel to make the drills. Sort of like chicken and the egg. If I canceled these two, I do. So let's go ahead and do that. So at least I've got colonists doing something. And that will help with the steel deficit that we're faced with at the moment. Plus, if this thing spawns bugs, this is a pretty well-enclosed area of the base, so it would be very easy to kill an infestation here without much effort. Rise it. I think... Did we make you... Yep, here it is. So let's implant him. There's not a lot going on that he needs to be on 2 feet. To get him his new xenogerm. Yeah, I'm not going to reincorporate the awful animals into it, though. All right, taking a look at you now. Much better. Higher manipulation. You're a very fast runner, so you'll move around a lot faster. Yeah, I think that's overall a huge improvement. You think the mining that I've queued up opens a new way to enemies? What do you mean? Could the infirmary be expanded? Maybe, but the farm comes first. It was voted on. But yeah, if I wanted a larger hospital, I mean, obviously I could add one without much effort. The exploration tunnels over here? No, this is walled up here, so it doesn't really do anything for me. I mean, I guess what I could do is cancel here and put. Or alternatively, just put a steel door there. And then it's not useful to enemies. Like that. And then behind the walls, I'll also include here. This is technically behind the walls. How's the bunker zone looking? What do you mean? Here? This zone? Or this zone? The zone name bunker? It could use an update for the farms, I suppose. But not too much has changed. Oh, looks like I have a little bit of brownout. It's probably time to hit the geothermal generator that's out there, and once and for all, actually add that to the fold. Don't need all these waste pack atomizers idling. That would save a lot of power. But mostly the brownout is just due to a prolonged eclipse, which is a unusual phenomenon that I generally don't have to plan for. It could be possible to add in some wind here if I wanted, but I'm not going to work on that first. I think I'd prefer the steam geyser before that anyway. Do something like oops. Like this. So maybe I'll just have the it like that. Doesn't really change anything, but it allows me to maintain it inside our walls. Inspired recruit by Wendy. Well, Wendy never recruits anyone, so not really sure what to do about that. Just ignore it. War Queen. 1 day. I think we made another nuclear stomach. Yep, here it is. So let's try to find a lucky recipient. Vendetta. Guero's finally out of the coma. Time to go into the casket. We're sporting a bunch of biostarvation over there. Noted. So the only things not added are the eggs to keep. So let's send this to the Royal Empire, and they're quite pleased by it. That's good. $58, much better than 15. Come on, Eclipse, go away. Be more realistic. This is a strange planet that solar eclipses last for so long. The dead power for the atomizers is ready? Yeah. I've shut off a few of them already. In fact, I can eject the contents out of these ones and turn these off too. And just have them work on one waste pack. For now, at least. Mining tunnels turned up dry. That's not much of a surprise. I'll keep trying. I don't know really what I'm looking for here. Just components, steel, the usual, I guess. But I've switched back a lot of the mountain here, so I don't. There's not going to be a lot of secrets to be found. We've already sort of X-rayed it, so I know that there's no ancient danger or anything like that. This might not, if this is a large void, it might not be a terrible spot to put in some additional solar because it's so far away from damage potential. Uranium, nice. I have a lot of uranium, but as I kill more mech bosses, I'm sure I'll use it up. So it looks like 32 Grizzlies out of the 50 survived. Pretty good ratio. If you're wondering about next War Queen, 15 hours. So at 4 p.m. Contract helpers. 1 colonist for 9 days for honor. Should I offer helpers? Or a helper? The other rewards I would pass up on, but a little bit of honor is not terrible. Have them owe me a little favor. It's up to you, though. Looks like once these youngsters grow up, I am going to need possibly another bed. It might end up that these currently being vat grown end up as organ donors or something like that. So there's no telling. Wendy, when is your death rest? No, not for a while. Been on the same death rest for a long time. So something else I'm considering on doing is gestating another farm bot and another lifter, maybe? So let's do an agrihand first. So this is going to be gestated by... Rise it, and then taken over by Low. Actually, maybe I'll do 2 agrihands. Rise it will gestate them faster because of the 6 processors, whereas Low's sitting at 0 processors. So I might as well do it with the person that's going to do it fastest. And you guys say, offer a helper. Okay, I'm just going to pick someone. Dave, I think it's going to be you. So this is going to be honor for Wendy. You landing, bro? They might be waiting for the grizzly bears to leave. Whatever. It's accepted. If they show up, they show up. If they don't, they... Oh, no, it arrives in... Okay, yeah, it's arriving. Bye-bye, Dave. Enjoy working for the countess. How expensive are the landing beacons? Not too expensive. I could definitely put a landing pad together at some point. There we go. That eclipse lasted a ridiculously long time, but now we're back into the light. I think these grizzly bears might be leaving the map tile. I don't know if they're going to be willing fighters for us anymore. But I'll summon in the War Queen anyway, which is in 3 hours. One of the problems with digging the tunnels out here is that... Oh my god, really? Cactus is deciding on horrible priorities of like switching between the two to minimize productivity. Do we need another neurocharger? Probably. These neural chargers are getting used up pretty heavily. I'll add a bunch more. Oh, cactus might perish here from hypothermia. Better hurry back. Hustle. I have a long-standing history of losing my miners, so, you know, I might still lose the miners. So who's coming? Tesseron, Tunneler, Pikeman. Okay, so pretty pathetic fighter. And I think that the Grizzly Bears are going to be leaving. I don't think that they're going to be around. That would be my guess. Well, we'll see. I don't know if he's making it back, but we'll see. Seems like a minor problem. Yeah, alright. These Grizzlies definitely living. Wait, how does she... She went through this door? Okay. Sure. I guess. That has me really confused as to how she got to the other side. But I'm assuming she went through that top one. So most of the bears aren't actually fighting, they're just exiting the map tile and getting ganked by the mechs, but that's fine. Most of the mechs are going to get shredded by the slug turrets, so it's kind of moot. But we'll have 2 power focus ships for control group benefits to allow the worker bots to work a little bit faster. Oh, you're warmed up. Congratulations, you made it. And you didn't lose any life or limb. No digits. Yeah, you can see that the bears aren't really fighting. They're trying to exit. It is making the War Queen spam the war urchins, which is good, I guess. And I'm going to have Wendy come out here and try to help clean up the war urchins by berserking the tunnelers. Because I don't really want to waste my uranium on those war urchins, because well, that's a big waste. So Mitty's going to go open up the east door, and then Frost, you're going to go close the west door. Uko Finn, thank you for the resub. And actually, I'm going to stay behind the walls. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait out these war urchins. You know, they only have 6 hours time to live. So if I just keep flip-flopping the doors, eventually the war urchins are going to despawn, leaving me open and able to slug turret without wasting uranium on urchins, which would be nice. We have a new Impid egg harvest. Nice. Let's hope we get something good. Alright, now if I flip it one more time, the War Queen should be the first ones to get... The first ones closest to the slug turrets. Oops. This should have been opened first before I close the other one, but oh well. Done. There's like one straggler Tesseract that will get shredded. Is Mass a Lucy addict? Yes. How is the supply? The supply is 25. So, years of Luciferium. What is that? 2 years and a month? 2 years and a quarter, rather? A quadrum? Alright, this war urchin's 5 hours old, so in 1 hour it's just gonna go poof. These war urchins are a little younger, though. Whatever. I don't know what this war queen's doing. Like, came to a halting stop. Rosie, that's like a really bad place for you. So, Rosie, because you like to fight, I have to restrict you. It's to keep the enemy safe from your Doombot attitude. One tapped. Must be to the brain. No. Completely destroyed the thorax. I don't really care about hitting the tunnelers, though, if I can help it. In fact, I don't even really care about the War Queen itself, because the War Queen isn't much of a threat other than the cannon fodder spam that is the urchins. And urchins aren't much of a threat in their own. Which means it might be fun to actually duke this out manually, the rest of it, just for the fun of the combat. So I'm going to get my my people ready for that. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these war urchins are probably going to... Yeah, they're despawning before they even make it into the base. Their time-to-live timers are timing out. Oh, that sucks! Mech cluster with an EMI dynamo just hit me. I have an idea for that, but it's going to be a minute. Hey, Mitty. Can I join you, or can I have you go run an errand for me? You are gonna get... Oh, I'm an idiot. I sold my breach axes. Oh well. Okay, all of the urchins just like died on their own. New wave of them, but... Alright, Minnie, go get our power back. Dave, you are sent on a quest. Yeah, you're alive. You're fine. You were loaned to the High Stellarch or whatever. Huh, Muffalo. You don't see many of those. Oh, Wendy, you should have joined. It's too bad killing robots don't make your people happy. This is more target practice than anything else. I know I'm backing myself into a corner, but I don't think it's going to matter. This is too easy of a fight. You gotta use your smoke. That's not gonna matter. Smitty, how's it going? You're breaking in. Cool. Alright, guess what, Queen? You're the weaker of the queens on this map tile. Prepare to die. Stupid plant die-off to do the EMI dynamo. Time to give the new shotgun a test? Yeah, absolutely. Alright. Yep. Never mind. No shotgun test. It's been canceled. Remember to get to the ship from the east? Yep. It's gonna sit there a while. I mean, it takes 50 days to decay unless it's like snowing. But there you go. I've hauled them specifically so that you don't have to worry. Stupid die-offs. It's funny how it blocks sight, yeah. Yep. Does look pretty strange. Wow, this countdown activator is not giving me a lot of time. These mechs are going to be live in half an hour. Alright, it's hissing. I'm not gonna stick around to scavenge it. I'm just gonna leave. Well, you know what? Pick some stuff up. Oh, good puke. I know you have a nuclear stomach, that's why you're puking. Alright, EMI is kicked off, and power's back to the base. The plan I had was that, the quest to kill the bears, which there's only one grizzly bear left. Here, Kath, you want to just kill the bear? Is going to allow Bryzit to get far skip. And then Bryzit can go far skip Midi home. So that Midi doesn't have to walk. Vampire versus bear? Yeah, I've seen vampire versus werewolf, but not bear. This is a very serious fight they're having. There we go. Alright, reward please. Thank you. Your former in. Thank you. There you go. And go. So the only thing that I need to do is have Bryzit get a little bit more side focus, but that's not that big of a deal. As long as Midi's not dying of hypothermia out there. Wendy's genes have finished regrowing. So that means that Wendy can vampirify. Yes, that's a new word. Deal with it. Vampirify another baseliner. And you learned far skip by chance. Okay. That's cool. And in fact, I think you have enough side focus from getting that to far skip. So that's handy. Oh, trade. If only I could just delay. That'd be nice. But no, I can't. You don't have any money. Alright, so you do have the focus for far skip, so let's go join. Did I not hit accept? I did not. Any far skip learning is awesome learning. The thing is, I had a side trainer waiting in the wings. So it's kind of annoying because It wasn't useful. I'm just sitting on a far skip trainer. Oh well. Could be worse. Hey, don't chew your paws. And we're home. We just need a hole in the cataphract helmet before it decays. Chimmick, that's going to be your responsibility. Yeah, I bought it. I can always sell it, of course. I'm still working on the build a farm and capture Neanderthals. That's how slow things have been. It was kind of a lofty goal, because building 2 massive farms that require a ton of resources is expensive. So Val has grown up. Are you allowed to stay a colonist? Yes. Okay, so you're going to remain a... emancipate, rather. Van Helmet, thank you for the sub. I may also want to stop the tunnel digging so that my drillers drill. So I'm just going to cut this out so that they'll deep drill the steel that I want, which is more important. Oh, and thanks for gifting out a sub too. Oh, you must be making locust armor. Look at that pile of resources here. And we have another nuclear stomach. Tati, I believe you also are eligible to become a full colonist. You are, yes. Okay. So you will remain a colonist. Quit chewing your paws, dude. Lujadex, you're welcome, and thanks for hopping on to give a Prime sub and then go back to YouTube lurking. I appreciate it. I know how easy it is to forget to Prime sub. Twitch doesn't make it easy to remember. So something else I should probably get around to is having Bryzit. Maybe I'll have you guys decide. Should Bryzit be allowed to use the glitter wand? Yes or no? But what I was gonna say is I need to retool Bryzit so that Bryzit is looks the part for being a dedicated Psycaster. Now that Bryzit knows skip and far skip. Because I can use Bryzit to far skip capture prisoners. The other thing I need to do is the control sublinks. Haven't forgotten about that. So this is going to be for T-Sang or Mass, I don't really care which, but one of the two to start making those. I could buy a regular L-Tech staff at some point, especially if I call in the Imperial, the Glitter Empire, Glitterworld Empire. The thing about that, though, is not in this season, because we're heading into the deep of winter, so it's going to be a while until I'm able to call them in. Got a lot more eggs to fertilize. So I'll pick a genetic donor here in a minute. And then we're hopefully somewhat solving our power problems. Not really during eclipses, because eclipses, we have so many grow lights. You know, 5 sun lamps is very expensive. With any luck, this will help to mitigate a little bit of that. I don't think, however, that it is reasonable to build backup batteries for eclipses because of the duration of eclipses. The amount of power I would need to store in batteries for when eclipses hit would be ridiculous. It would be absurd. So that doesn't make much sense. Cactus. You happen to need... Oh, I see what's going on. So I need to make some clothing for cactus here. So a toque and a wool. And then maybe travel wear out of wool. That should help to keep cactus from getting hypothermic. Also, I could xenogerm implant cactus to have... Well, you're already cold tolerant and fully furry tail, so never mind. There's not much else I could do for you. Okay, definitely, I'll call that early, but definitely no glitter wand for Bryson. But perhaps some other Altex equipment that I buy. So what is your temperature tolerance now? Oh yeah, you're fine outside. You don't have a slave collar though. The others do. So I've let you traipse around my base without a slave collar. So your suppression, it's close enough to 100%. It's not a big deal. But I'm getting a slave collar right away. Having spare slave gear would be nice. Yeah, I agree. So I'll get what I'll do is I'll make toques until I have one that is not tattered. Apparently I have a spare toque. Tribal wear, same deal. Do until I have one that isn't tattered. Slave collar. I'll wait until this one's done. And then body strap. Might be time to set up proper clothing restrictions. Well, the slaves already have proper clothing restrictions. It's just everyone else that doesn't. It's been very piecemeal. I sort of have the idea of... well, no, I don't really even have brawler versus shooter. Why are you mining out there? Oh, because this is full. It's too cold in here to grow. Okay. Get some heaters. And then for now, what I could do is I could pop a whole bunch of solar pinholes in there with Wendy's psycasts to warm it up. Maybe I'll put it in the corner up here, though, so it doesn't, like, burn my eyes out. I think it will still burn my eyes out. If you're wondering how many solar pinholes I can cast, apparently the answer is a lot of them. Before I'm overheated. There goes on my side focus, but the ambient temperature in this room should go up a lot. Is it worth trying to capture the heat here? Probably not, because the amount of heat that is going to dissipate by adding this to the total area is probably a net negative. It wouldn't really be much of a benefit. Frosty. Let's have you bed rest. I mean, you do have the flu after all. And if you're wondering if this bothers sangophages, it does not. Sangophages do not care about solar pinholes. Although, you know, given their name, I would argue that they probably should. Thank you for tuning in to The First Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch, March 26th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigo,